Right, I'm going to start my videos, my new set of videos, with just a quick look at my equipment. So if we really look at this, we're looking at the guitars on the wall. Set of guitar. I've still got a few others in cases, but at the bottom there we have a Martin Ed Sheeran acoustic. Get a bit closer. Then we have a Warmoth Stratocaster that I put together myself, and well, the pickups in this are two DiMarzio Virtual Vintage Blues or Solos or something like that. I've got loads of Strat pickups, and a bare knuckle Sinner in the bridge, and then the neck is a Warmoth reverse neck or left neck, but I've made it reverse with a nut, a different nut, Spertz lockers. And then above that we have an Ibanez SA360, again with bare knuckle pickups on it. I've got two single coil, I'm not really sure what they are. I bought them in a lot of about 10 pickups, but I think they are Sinner pickups, and then matched with a Warpig bridge. If you look closely, we've got let me zoom into this. We have the guitar's been signed by Guthrie Govan at a clinic that my son went to. He took the guitar, had a good time, and that's it on that one. Then we move across to an old Gordon Smith GS2, which is just an amazing, small company, I won't say hand built, but virtually hand built guitar. I think it's a 1979. Two tappable humbuckers, you can get the basic SG type sounds out of this. And these were the guitars that were in the shops when I was around Blackpool in the late 70s, early 80s. Moving across then, we have a 2008, I believe, I can't remember really, Gibson Flying V, which has been repainted in this surf green colour, which is okay but not my favourite, so I'm going to probably get it resplayed again in either sort of antique white, the creamy off colour, or get a Michael Schenker sort of paint job on it, the black and white. And then moving across, we've got my Music Man Axis for the old Eddie Van Halen stuff. Bog standard, really good guitar. Pickups for me, I find, are a little underpowered. I don't know why. It sounds a bit thin compared to some of the others, but I can compensate for that with pedals and amp settings. So move across then to a guitar I got reasonably recently, on a whim. It's an Ibanez Prestige. I'm not quite sure which one it is. I don't know the model number, forgotten. But it plays really well, really low action, flat fretboard, and slightly different sounds. And I believe the pickups are almost identical to the pickups in the Axis, because they're DiMarzio pickups. Then move across, is hidden behind the rack here is a Fender road worn Strat, which is bog standard but sounds really good. Now I'm going to move on to the amps, and I've just set up a wet dry rig, which you can see. The main amp at the moment is the Bogner Ecstasy Classic, which goes directly to the Marshall 412 in the middle, so that's the direct sound. And in the rack, which I'm still putting together, it's not wired up properly yet, I have at the moment I'm only running an H9 through the Custom Audio Electronics dual stereo mixer and the Bogner runs line out into that as well, so I get direct sound and a little bit of direct sound in the wet cabs. So that's it. So this I'm going to do a series of videos just to show you the development of the rig itself. So what we have is I've got the Marshall 412 as the direct dry cab, and then a Marshall 212 on the left, which is on its side, and then a Mesa Boogie 212 on the right, which is not on its side, of course, with the rack on top of it, which is providing the wet cabs. Now on the left at the top, I've got a Boogie Mark V, which I really like, but I've just got the Bogner, so I'm into that at the moment. But I may swap it around, but I may use both, because I'm soon to get a Switchblade matrix kind of mixer thing for the rack. And if we go through the rack, at the top I've got a Furman power conditioner, then I've got a Korg tuner, and then I've got an Egnater M4 preamp, which is absolutely awesome, which is a modular preamp, as most of you know, if you know what I'm talking about. With I've got the original M4 modules, single channel modules, and this is the dual channel M4. So I haven't really messed around with different modules yet, but I will. And under that I've got a JMP1, which I was using in the rack for a while. That's also classic Marshall sound. I can get some really good ones out of that. Go down then, I've got the amp gizmo on the left, the sort of grey fronted thing with 8 buttons. That is going to control my amp channel changing, because I've got a cable, special cable for the Bogner, and I've got a special cable for the Mark V. I can't connect them both together, but one or the other, so that'd be great via MIDI. On the right there, I've got that dual stereo mixer. In the tray, I'm not going to pull it out now, but I've got a few effects pedals, power, the power, Voodoo Labs power supply for those pedals. And once I've linked it all up through the Switchblade, which I'm going to get, then we're going to have a massive and really good effects capability. And what I've also got is an Eventide Eclipse, which is going to be my main stereo effects unit. That'll be fantastic. And then right at the bottom, we've got the PV 5050 Classic power amp, which actually is fantastic, sounds awesome, with EL84 tubes, or valves. I'm English, it's valves, and it sounds really good for the wet cabs. Moving on, there we go, that's how I'm going to control it. I've got a Ground Control Pro by Voodoo Lab, so I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it with just presets or 4 presets and instant access. I'm not quite sure yet. And then I've got a Boss expression pedal there, and lots of cables, because I've not actually cabled everything up yet. But what I missed out on here is the GCX loop rack unit, which links in with the Ground Control Pro, which enables me to have all those pedals in loops and connected and switchable, in and outable. So what I'm going to do is have the Switchblade as the main switcher, and then I'm going to put the GCX in I won't say loop of the Switchblade, but into and out of the Switchblade, and then on some of the presets, which I'm going to edit via the Switchblade software, and then it's going to be, I think it'll work really nicely. So that's it at the moment. Just to let you know, I've got full stage here with a set of drums, pretty cheap drums, but they sound good. And on the left I've got a EVH 5150. Under that is a Class 5 little combo amp, and then a JCM 900, which I bought in 1990, which still sounds awesome, and I don't care what people say, they're fantastic amps. And that's it. Now I've got a bass, and I haven't got a bass amp, so I'm going to probably use a EVH as a bass amp just for practicing, and that's it. Okay, I'll see you next time, guys, and hopefully I'll get some sounds, and then we'll connect everything up. Every time I get a new piece of kit in the rack and everything, or connect something up, I'll do a new video. Catch you later. Bye.